Hey, it's Mike Oz. This year on Old Baseball Cards, we opened a ton of great cards with a ton of great guests. So as 2019 comes to an end, we want to present to you our favorite finds of the year.
I don't know what Flannery's doing with that right-handed stance. He was a left-hander. That's the truth. He played for San Diego. I was his favorite player.
Let's see the back. Oh, you know what they did?
What?
They reversed the picture. Look, and see the
I
words
know
are
he was
backwards.
left-handed.
they reversed the negative.
I caught that.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, honey.
That's your guy right there.
Yeah, he was my guy. You know, this gets hidden. You know, Rick Honeycutt was a good pitcher for a long time, 21 years big leagues. He is a great pitching coach for the Dodgers. Yeah. Not an easy thing to do. Great guy.
And he
set me
was,
up beautifully.
Yeah, set you up
beautifully.
When we were talking about how deep the A's were, I mean, the fact that he was the setup guy, and
Believe me, if there was a tough left-hander coming up in the ninth inning, you go get him, honey. And then when he was done, I went in.
So we got La Malaza,
Oh.
Jose Reyes. I did a seventh grade biography. It was for my Spanish class. I did it on Jose Reyes.
what did you say about Jose Reyes?
No, it was just a simple biography. It was just
where he's from.
Yeah.
Did you include that he raps? Because you know.
no, he didn't rap back
He
then.
didn't rap back then.
Didn't
Okay.
rap. Now he raps.
Now he raps.
Ichiro, the
Ichiro.
legend.
Do you have a good Ichiro story?
Not a good one, but obviously playing against him. It was less than 2 outs, man on third. We were up at the plate. He was in right field, and the ball to the warning track, which was an easy, tag up. He just came up out of nowhere and just launched one from the warning track to home plate and on the line. I mean, the guy was safe, but it was just pretty remarkable, pretty effortless. So it was pretty cool.
Here's a guy you're forever going to be linked to, right? I mean,
Every time, look at this. He comes out of my baseball cards, my pack. Well, we go way back. We played in USA, 18 and under. We went to Venezuela and we're roommates, and we created this great relationship that we had. And then next year he goes to college. Off to college, we always kept in touch, and then it's crazy. And then we're 1-3 picks, so we're always together. Played against each other throughout the minor leagues. In Baltimore, just across the street. So, it's crazy how you see us grow together and see us become who we are today. It's pretty fun to watch.
come two of the biggest stars in the game.
I mean, this was, like, you talk about all-time favorite player, like I talk about Pudge Rodriguez, he probably was, but when I think about, like, guys who I love to watch play, like Vlad. Like, I just remember cannon from the outfield, you hit everything that was pitched to him, just mashed homers, no batting gloves. I mean, Vlad was, and what a sweet name. I mean,
And now we got Generation 2 coming. Vlad Jr. Here's your boy, Carlos Baerga.
Oh, jeez.
No love for Carlos?
No.
Why not?
Because he's crazy.
Tell me the Carlos Baerga story.
He's just crazy. He just, think about it, Carlos didn't sit still. He wanted to do, he made noise every day, all day. Clubhouse, he didn't shut his mouth. And we played the softball game, he didn't shut his mouth either. So it's just like Carlos, he just talked too damn
So you don't
much.
want this card?
No.
That's young George Bell, too.
Let's see the...
That was one of Chris Berman's first nickname, George Taco Bell.
Oh, Sandlot.
Sandlot. To be honest with you, I never seen this movie
Oh,
before.
you should see the Sandlot, man.
I gonna try it. Who's this guy? Ham Porter.
He's like the catcher of the team.
Okay.
And so he talks a little trash.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna watch it for the first time in this round.
I'm gonna try to trade that.
John Montefiusco, great nickname.
What is it?
The Count.
Oh, yeah. Sammy Sosa
Sammy.
on the triple crown.
swinging Sammy.
I like how you could do that one.
Oh, you remember stuff like that.
Rick Burleson, the Rooster.
You're the nickname king.
Yeah, Rick Burleson was the Rooster.
Tim Flannery.
Again?
Both packs.
Go Timmy.
We got Tim Flannery in both packs.
Wow. And he's
This one
he's
he's
batting
not,
left-handed
no,
again?
He's not batting, so they didn't mess that up.
Yeah, I've read before that I was his favorite player when he was growing up.
We got a JT Snow and a Tim Salmon.
JT was in my wedding,
Oh yeah.
and I was in his.
Nice. Tell me the story.
We came up in the minor leagues with the Yankees together.
Okay.
And then he got traded to the Angels, I think in the Jim Abbott deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I was selected by the Rockies that same offseason in the expansion draft.
Well, I think we know which card you're gonna have to want to trade for here. I mean, the Angels and your buddy, you're gonna have to. We'll see what we get.
No, listen, just because I know him doesn't mean I like him.
Tony
Tony Wilson was a very special coach. You know, he had a lot of strategy, a lot of mind game. You know, he wouldn't let us play, but I think the biggest thing about Tony Wilson, each and every day, you know, he came up to us to see how we feel, what we was doing, and a lot of time he used to tell me to let me look into your eyes, and I can go and tell you what kind of game you're gonna have. But each and every day he look in my eyes and go, "So you're gonna have a great game." So I just thought he was just pulling my leg or giving me a boost for us going out there and playing the game the right way.
There's your boy.
There he is, sweet swinging George Brett, man.
So you said George Brett was one of your favorite players. What was it about George Brett?
I love the stroke, man. I love the stroke. I love the way he played. I remember seeing in the game. He got brushed back. In those days, brush back was throwing at you, and you get out of the way. And he stepped that right back up, brushed himself off, and hit a laser beam to the left center gap. And that showed me everything you needed to know about George Brett.
Andre Dawson. I found him.
You said it, and it happened.
I found him. My guy. My favorite guy. Of course, it's not with the Cubs, but Andre Dawson is definitely the reason why I play this game.
So when you talk about wanting to be like him, are you talking about like in the backyard, getting the bat, pretending to be Andre, like Andre Dawson steps to the plate?
Let me tell you how he hit. Stiff front leg, this back knee is bent, and he went like this. And that's how I hit until I got to the Twins, and they said, no, you can't hit like that.
You're not Andre Dawson.
You are not
You're Torrey Hunter.
Yes.
Well, let's just say for our watchers here, there was a number of baseball cards you could have picked. You said, I want those 87 tops because there's a chance I'm gonna get Andre Dawson in there.
Yes, I did.
That pack spoke to you.
Big Mac, Mark McGuire.
Hit a number of bombs. One of my favorite as a kid.
Yes, I agree. I got him signed a picture. We actually met him after we won the Little League World Series.
Oh yeah.
And he signed a ball for us. So I got a baseball signed by.
You still got that, I assume.
Oh, without a doubt. I'm not trading that either.
When you're a little kid and they bring in Mark McGuire, wow. I mean, he must have seemed like he was 10 feet tall, right?
His muscles were the size of my body. It was unbelievable. He could pick me up with one finger.
Ray Knight, Mets guy. I played with him on the Mets. World Series MVP in 1986. Known for being able to get a lot of base hits and also the best right cross of anyone I've ever seen. He was like an amateur boxer when he was a kid. So anytime we got in a fight, we kind of sent Ray in first and then we followed him.
So who did he punch?
Eric Davis at third base in Cincinnati. And it started a brawl. I'll never forget. The brawl lasted about a half hour, 45 minutes. But in those days, how different the game is now than it was then, everyone went back to the position. The pitcher went back out and pitched, and Ray Knight went to first. You know, so it's just a different day and age.
Flannery.
How do we get Tim Flannery again?
Every pack. This guy's making money.
That's the third Tim Flannery.
He's batting left-handed there anyway. Yeah.
I wish we had his number. We just call him up. Like, Tim Flannery, what, man, what? You know that guy?
Wally, look at that, young Wallach.
This is All-Star. He's been with you for.
Been together for a while now. Yeah, since LA, third base coach I think 1 year, and then pitch coach, and then come to Miami. What a baseball mind. This guy, I'm shocked, seriously shocked, that this guy's not managing somewhere. Because I mean, great with people, you know, great baseball mind, sees the game great.
And super young though. I mean, look how young that is.
Yeah, skinny Wally.
Finish up with a good old Trevor story.
All right, that's a guy in your clubhouse. Yeah. Pretty close to your locker, I saw in there. Tell me about Trevor. Tell me a good story about Trevor.
He's a great guy. I mean, one story that I immediately think of with Trevor is when he hit all those home runs in one game, and one of them was 505 feet. Another thing that comes to mind is when he saved my butt in a wild card game, making that diving play on Daniel Murphy, actually, who's now in our clubhouse as well. How about Ernie Banks and Trevor Story?
You will trade away Trevor. You will trade away Trevor. You will trade away
I get to hang out with him every single day.
That's fair. That's fair. Trevor Story now belongs to me. He's been traded in his own clubhouse.
Guess he doesn't value my card as much as I would value his.
This is what I gave him. That's what I got in return.
Okay.
Is it a good deal?
Kind of like that duo a lot. I might have made the same trade.
You might have traded yourself.
Yeah.